Now we will start modeling some basic thing, and we'll get to know about some advanced modeling tools. So let's start. We'll start from a basic cube. What we are going to draw is some imaginative cartoonic kind of a car. So what we will do first is we make this object editable poly. Okay, so now imagine this is the upper part of the car. So what we'll do is, you can last time also I explained you can work in all the 4 viewports. For example, the shortcut is if you press middle mouse click, you can minimize this viewport and you can see all the 4 viewports. But my personal way is, some people like to work on all the 4 viewports, but for the beginners it is more comfortable to work in all the 4 viewports, but later on it is more fast if you work in the one viewport, but it is your personal choice. So I would recommend you that you from the beginning you should work in one single viewport. Only in specific case, like if you want some precise scaling or position, then you can come back to some other viewports. Anyways, let's start modeling something. So I click these 2 polygons, this, and I just choose my scale tool. Okay, and just reduce it a little bit. Okay, and this is my upper edge of the car, for example. Now I go back to my edge mode. I will introduce to a new tool. What you will do is right click, select the edge first. How you will select the edge? You will come to this button, click rectangle selection, and then you will come to the options and click this button, tolerance selection, and click this option, and you come here and select. Now you have selected all the 4 vertices. Now you come here and you will select this option, connect points and edges. So if you select this option, you can see now there is one extra edge created, and what it does is actually divides our object into further more polygons. Now I will come back to a polygon mode, and you can see now all are 4 different polygons. So what I need is I need to extend this area. So there are 2 different ways. Number 1 is right click, extrude. Since you click extrude, you get this button. Now what you will do is come here, click and drag to your right side. So you can see an extra cube is coming out. Okay, and same is the case from behind. Now here I will tell you a simple technique and tip. You press Ctrl, click and drag. So this is more short and easy and fast. Okay, so let's suppose this is the back side of the car, this is the front side of the car, and this is a cartoonic car. So it is fine if the scale is little bit out. We come back to the vertex mode, click all the vertex, push it back. Okay, select only these vertices and push them little bit forward. Same is the case here, push them backward. Okay, and then you have somewhat this shape, make this one little bit skewed in, and also the back one select, come back to the scale tool. I would recommend you to use set up some shortcuts for this one, and come here, select these 2 polygon vertices, click and drag, select these 2 vertices, click and drag. Now one thing is, actually I am personally used to work regularly, that's why I'm fast in it. But what you have to do is you have to go back constantly in your line mode and see did you select something wrong, because before moving your vertices or your polygons, make sure you have selected the right one. Because if, let's suppose, I'm looking at here and I accidentally select which is hidden point behind, for example, I click and I select this point also, so from this view I cannot see it that it is also selected, but it is selected. So if I will move this one, I don't see it now that I moved that one accidentally also, because this is also moved because it's selected. So make sure when you are working, you should be sure that select the right one and you move the right one. Okay, so this is somehow our basic shape of the car. Now we need two windows on the side, so we'll do the same thing. We come back, we come to the line mode, wireframe line mode. I have a shortcut F3. Now I come to the line mode, I select again these 1 2 3 4 lines, and I right click, connect points and edges. So now I have further division. So I will come back to my polygon mode, select this option, this polygon, this and this, all the 4 polygons, because I want all the 4 windows here. So what I will do now is right click and extrude inner. What extrude inner is, it will extrude to inside. So now if I will click and drag, you can see it is extruding. But what I need actually 4 different windows. Now this is extruding as a one piece. So I will come here and click this option. Instantly you can see now I have 4 different pieces. Okay, and then I will come and click this button, move tool. I will select this one, control, all the control, and move it little bit inside. Same way here, select and move it little bit inside. Okay, so now I have my windows. Okay, so let's create some tires, and I believe we can give little bit from top also, or middle, just middle. Take the middle one, make sure you select all those options, middle one, and click and drag up. Okay, and that's it. Now let's try to create some tires. For the tires, what we need is actually a space here. So again, same way, we come here. Now I'm in my left view viewport. Come here, right click, connect points and edges, connect. I will click here again, connect points and edges 2 times. Same way here, connect points and edges, again connect points and edges. So from here I will just create a basic shape to, I need more edges here. Right click, connect edges. Again from here select these edges, connect edges. Okay, and then now I will just create a basic round circular shape here. In order to select all these vertices, you have to come to this option always. Come here, click and drag. Come here, click and drag. Okay, and same here. I'm just doing with my basic ID eyeballing. it's not perfectly in one line. Okay, come back to the perspective, and now you can see this is our basic model. And from here, if we want to add tube lights, again edge, select this edge and shift select this edge, right click, connect points and edges. Okay, select this polygon, right click, extrude, also this, select this other one, extrude inner. Okay, and just this one, extrude inner, and then come back to the move tool, click control and drag. Okay, and then we come here and let's suppose make one cylinder in X direction. Okay, and just decrease the height, come to the left viewport and put it here, control, put it here. Now here you can adjust, again go back to your car and you can create a space for this tire, just selecting those vertices, click and drag, click and drag. Okay, a very rough one. Select these two tires, select this one, shift select this one and bring them a little bit here. Okay, and then control and drag and bring them here. Okay, so this is our basic, very basic funny kind of a cartoon car. You can add a window also, this windshield, so the polygon, extrude inner, extrude inside. Okay, control and drag and go back to the basic mode. I don't want to give materials right now because for the materials I will make a complete separate lecture. Okay, so this is our basic car. Now what more tools we can see here. Okay, so this is the one way of adding edges. Let's make a new file and add another cube. We make a cube and we make this one editable poly. Now we come back to the edge mode. So now this is the one way of adding additional edges to your object by selecting the specific edge. For example, I remember this one, you have to select this option and then tolerant selection, otherwise you cannot select it. If you want to create an extra edge only on this side, you will select only those two edges and right click and alt this one, connect edges. Same way, if you want to add your extra edge on all these 1, 2 and 3, this one. Now this is 2 now because there's a different line between them. Anyway, what I mean to say is if you want to create all these 3, you will select all these 3 and right click and connect points and edges. Now you can see an extra edge is created between all these 3 lines. This is one way of creating edges. There is another way also. It depends on your requirement. We make this one editable poly, we come back to the edge mode and right click, and now you can see this option called loop path cut. So what it means is it is actually calculating the loop. Loop means continuity of an image, of an object. So let's suppose this is one loop, it will create an edge on all the 4 sides. This is second loop, it can create on all. So if you want to create in all the four sides, you can just come and click like this, delete this one again and create a cube again, make it editable poly, select it. Okay, so whenever you want to edit, you have to come up in that mode. So I come back to my edge mode. So these all are modeling tools. It is not necessary that you need all of them every time, but it depends on your requirement. So you should know that these tools are existing there, so when you need them, you should know you can use them. Right click and plane cut. This is also giving you the same thing. Okay, now it has options, so we will use cut all, and we just use free. We do not use free because free is actually if you want to do it manually. No, we do not want manually, we want it perfectly straight. So we'll come here back, right click, plane cut, and we choose world. So what it is means world means it will use the world axis. So for example, I want to cut only in this axis, and if I want to cut x y z, I will cut this side also. If I want to x z, I can cut this side. So means x and z. You can see it is cutting in x and z. Y and z means this and this. Means y and z. This is y and z. Okay, and then you can, for example, you make this one. I think this one will work with. If you add 2, it will add to. Okay, so it is an option. What this offset means, spacing is spacing between these two. I do not know what this offset means. Seriously, I don't know. I think this is with the use of with a free tool. For example, you cut it here and see, yeah, with a free tool you can offset the setting. Anyways, so this is this one. So let's see what other main tools we can use for modeling. Okay, one of the tool which you need most of the time is this one. For example, you have a hole in your polygon, like you delete this one, now you want to cover this polygon hole. Okay, there are two ways. One is you come right click and choose this close polygon hole, and you come here, and you can see instantly when I move my cursor here on this object, you can see this white area come. When it comes, just click again and it will cap this area. And the other way of doing this one is this edge, select this edge, right click, bridge from this edge to this edge. So what you will do is click this edge and drag. You can see when I drag it, it snaps to the wrong one. This is I don't want. If I will leave it here, it will create the hole here. So I have to be very careful, click and drag and move it to this one, so that it will close this one. So today we cover a lot of new tools. For example, we cover bridge tool, we cover close polygon hole tools, connect points and edges, plane cut and loop path cut. These are actually, and also the extrude. These are the main one which are being used 90% of the time in modeling. From if you want to model a needle to the aeroplane, these 4 or 5 tools are used. And one more, the most important one is bevel. Let me explain you this also. Bevel works in primarily in edge mode. We come back to the our object, select the edge. Okay, how you will use it? Right click and click bevel. All the tools are working like this. So you select the tool and it will change your cursor to the specific tool. You click and drag and you can see this shape now. So now here you can control the value, you can add manually. Okay, and then you can, if you want a curve here, you just can add subdivisions here, as many as you want. Okay, and depth means like inside or outside, how you want. You can limitize it also. This is a shape. If you want to define a new shape, you can see it is affecting your object. Okay, so you want it straight or you want it chamfer, it's up to you. So I would recommend you to practice these tools on various objects and try to create various objects. I would like to give you assignment of creating a model car or a basic motorcycle, very basic cartoon kind of thing. No need to be balanced, just a cartoonic motorcycle. So that, and use your imagination and these tools to build a motorbike and send me your assignment.